everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today I'm just going to be sharing an experience I had with Airbnb. Now, I have been to different Airbnbs. This was not just like a one-time thing and it was horrible. No, I've done different cities. I've stayed with a bunch of friends. I've gone all girls, just me and my boyfriend. I've done smaller groups as well. So I have experience with Airbnb is my point. For this one to just be as horrible as it was, I don't think it's fair. And it's something that's really just stuck with me because I don't want to go back to Airbnb for a while. It's really impacted that experience for me, and it's something that I'm gonna kind of leave for like a last resort after what I went through. This was actually in Canada back in the winter time. So it was me and 3 other people, and I was the last one to show up to the Airbnb. Rule number 1, don't let the boys pick ever. Just because I know girls like to plan, and I feel like things just go so much more smooth when I plan or when I have our activities together. I know where we're staying, I know it's a good place. That didn't happen here, which is okay. We still had a good time, but the Airbnb itself was not it. The host was a couple. Okay, they were married. It was a guy and a girl. It seemed like the woman, was only reaching out when she wanted money, when she needed to be kind of ugly, and the man, was the one who was helping us out a lot. He was being really respectful and just really good at his job, in being a host. What happened was my friends show up before me, right? They went on their own. I met up with them a couple of days later. So while they arrived the first couple of nights, I did get a text from the man. We'll call him Bob. Bob texts me and says, hey, just a side note, you need to be locking the doors. I came to pick up my mail and the door was unlocked. Cool. I fully respect that, so I reached out to my friends. I texted them, let them know this is what the owner said. Y'all need to fix it, keep the door locked. It was fixed. Second night, same thing. A little bit later in the evening, I'm not sure around what time, maybe 8 p.m., he texts again through the Airbnb app and says, hey, this is the second time I stopped by for my mail and the front door isn't locked. I need you to please keep it locked because it's a safety issue. All right, I understand. Let my friends know as well, but this was the second time, which kind of should have been a red flag, or I should have asked, how often are you going to be coming? Because I respect that it's their place, but it's also, on the listing, we were searching for a place to ourselves. We were searching for a place with Wi-Fi. So I ignored those little signs, and when I go myself, when I meet my friends there, the first thing they tell me is, hey, you need to shower downstairs because the upstairs restroom, the bathtub was clogged. So I was like, well, that sucks. That's kind of inconvenient. Still let it go because it's not the end of the world, It's something that I can totally live with one shower, whatever. I didn't think it would go on and on for so long. So the first night I was like, whatever, like this will pass. It'll get cleared out by tomorrow morning, whatever, and then we'll get used to showering, I guess. Wrong. The next issue was Wi-Fi. We were all there, we're trying to watch some Netflix after a long day, of walking and seeing new places. We're just trying to chill. So we get to the Airbnb, like our home, and I let Bob know. I'm like, hey, we're having trouble with your Wi-Fi. Is there a way that I can fix it on my own? And he responds back, no, I have a note here on the table. Go and look at it, and that's how you fix it. I still listened to him, tried those steps. It didn't work. And because of his tone in the text, I just thought, what? We're better off with no Wi-Fi. I didn't want to have to go back and forth and kind of ruin the experience there for us. I was like, well, we'll find something else to do. We can play games or whatever, So blew that off, didn't respond. And that was that. After a couple of days, it came down to New Year's Eve. And that night, we were trying to go out. It hits midnight. We're being loud, I guess. And the owner, as well, the lady, let's call her Sally. Sally messages me through the app and says, hey, you're being too loud. This is the second time the neighbors complain. If it gets too loud, you're going to give me no option but to call the cops. Something along those lines. And I was kind of taken back, like, this is your first warning. But okay, I respect it. So let my friends know, hey, we need to keep it down. that was the end of that. Following day, I was still really bothered by that message, not just because she told us to keep it down, but more so because of the threat. So I messaged Sally, and they're like a joint account, but I'm addressing Sally in my message, and I'm like, hey Sally, I appreciate you asking us to keep it down, we apologize for that, but just so you know, I feel pretty cheated out of this Airbnb. There's no Wi-Fi, it's not working, your bottom bathtub is clogged, your restroom is now clogged at this point. It was just getting progressively worse and worse. So I let her know about these issues, no response. At that point, we were checking out in about 2-3 days. If she's not responding, in my opinion, why am I gonna worry about it? This is temporary for me. This is her home. I let her know. As the days go on, it came time for the day, for our checkout, the morning of. And Bob responds to my message addressing Sally. He responds and is like, we've never had issues with our restrooms, but I'll have to check as soon as you all check out. And then another one following that saying, make sure you leave the key here, or make sure you're following the directions to check out. I did not respond, I just checked out, and that was it for us. Tell me why, a day or two later, Sally hits me with a request for about $300, something ridiculous. And I was like, no, I'm not paying this. So I denied it through the app. And then on top of the request, she left me such a horrible review. The way Airbnb works is the user can't see the review that the host left for them until you yourself write a review. So I could not see the review Sally and Bob left for me until I write myself a review for them and how they were at hosting the place. So I was honest in my review, but in mine, Sally went off. Sally was like, you're such a horrible Airbnb member. You were so loud and disrespectful and didn't follow directions. Just being very dramatic in my opinion. So in the request, I had denied it. And then when I hit the message option, it took me to the messages that we previously had between me, Bob, and Sally. And again, respectfully, I let them know, hey, I don't think it's fair that I'm trying to get charged $300. I made you aware of these issues while we were there. This isn't something I purposely did or did to damage your home. I let you know about these issues. Sally responds with, you're horrible, you're gonna pay this. It was so much more. You're lucky I charged you what I did. I'm gonna get Airbnb involved. This is not the end. So it went on for, I'm not even kidding, maybe a week or more. Finally, Airbnb gets involved and they email me asking me to provide a statement of what happened and why I'm denying the request. I left a really good email, explaining what had happened and that I made her aware. Sally did not even care for our problems until we left. They didn't make it a priority. And I also provided screenshots of our messages in the Airbnb app where Sally said that they lived below us. If you truly lived, and I believe it, if they lived in there in the same home that we were at, why didn't they solve the Wi-Fi issue, firsthand? Or why didn't they solve the restroom issue? Had they addressed it when I brought it up, it wouldn't have gotten to the point that it did. The amount of money that they spent fixing that restroom wouldn't have had to be, put up. I told the Airbnb person, I don't even think they took my concerns seriously until we checked out. Then they looked at the restroom and were like, oh, this is a problem, and they did it on purpose. It's just easy to put the blame on somebody else, I feel like. All worked out in my favor. I did not have to pay. Thank God, I did not have to pay anything. But that just really ruined my Airbnbs for a while. Because of that horrible experience, it sucks. It only takes one bad experience to ruin it for some things, and that's one of them. Something that I don't want to encounter again. I'm not gonna be going back and forth with someone, having to debate things like this, or if people lie, you just never know. She provided pictures and everything, so I'd rather not. I'm good on that. I'll pass. I'll just do hotels, stay with friends, or find some other alternative, because that was not. I know that was a little bit long, but if y'all like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and as always, subscribe to my channel. It'll mean so much to me, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.